How not to earn more real estate income. Greetings. In the last video, we talked about secret tips for buying a home. Now we're going to take you to the next level. How to break away from the pack of realtors or Airbnb hosts all trying to capture your clients. You see, while they are all selling a commodity of sameness, same square footage, same number of bedrooms, same licensing, same community, same sales methods and technology, and discount pricing to win the deal, we're going to be teaching you how to do high-priced, solutions-based selling. Stay tuned to the end to download your free tool that will help you raise your closing rates. Hi, I'm Bert, your favorite marketing expert and real estate photographer pro. And today's lesson is going to be about differentiating yourself from the herd. You know the saying, yeah, I heard the same thing from the last guy. So it's time to be different, because you are special. You are more specialized. You are a better negotiator. You are a better listener. And therefore, you are a better educator. And you understand your client on a much more personalized level. Well, your competition is coming in with all their pitch books that brag about themselves and their company, pulling out all the CMA reports and showing off technology on their tablets and iPhones. They have no clue that their client really doesn't want anything to do with any of that. No, they want to know with him, what's in it for me? So get your presentation memorized because you are a professional. Instead, you're going to come in with a tic-tac-toe board. I'll even let you put some crib notes in the squares. The rapport building banter goes something like this. So, Jerry and Ellen, I do things a little differently than my competition. I'm going to take a little extra time to really understand your needs so that we can actually find a home that really fulfills your dreams and creates a lifestyle that you enjoy coming home to. So I'm here to find out if my services are a fit for what you are trying to accomplish. And if we decide that I'm not the best suited to serve your needs, I'll refer you to someone who is a better fit. Is that fair enough? So what I've done here is taken control back of the sales process. Instead of allowing them to push me around, and by asking if they agree, they are starting to tell themselves, but I like this guy. I agree with everything he's saying. So this is kind of more questions that I'll start with then. So how long have you owned this home? Or when is the last time you made a real estate transaction? And then take a moment to explain that things are different and things have changed. Why did you buy this home in the first place? Or why did you rent this apartment? If I turn out to be the ideal realtor, describe what that means to you. And then take notes on your tic-tac-toe board. What kinds of things would turn you off or make you feel that I'm not the right kind of guide to help you? Write that down as well. What is your ideal timing and time frame for this transaction? Tell me about your next dream home. What are your gotta-haves? What motivates you to make a change? What do you no longer need or care about? Who else is helping you with this buying decision? Who's your go-to sounding board, your confidant, your mentor? Are they helping you with down payments or financing? So why is this so important? Because if you don't get the person who has the authority to write the checks at the table during your presentation, your whole sales pitch will be a complete waste of time, and you will never close them. Remember, we need a client who is ready. What is their time frame? We need a client who is willing. See if they are both on board. Will they pull the trigger? Will they sign an exclusive contract? And we need a client who is able. Are they authorized to sign a contract, or do they need a family member's permission? Now, once you get that, now you can proceed and move forward. So, tell me about your family's hobbies. Which one of you is the cook? Do you like gardening? Do you have any pets or need a fenced yard? Do either of you work from home? What are your parking needs or garage workshop? So tell me about your kids and your grandkids, and write down their names and their ages. Tell me about the schools. Are they in any sports? Tell me about the kids' hobbies, music, etc. What are their college ambitions? Tell me about your lifestyle. What do you like to do when you come home? Are there any parks nearby? Is there access to a highway that's important to you? Or do you prefer a quiet, secluded getaway from the hustle and bustle? How close do you want neighbors, and how many? How do you want this home to grow into your future? Let's be sure to plan ahead. If we find this perfect home and location, what price point are you trying to stay under? Now in our next meeting, we'll come up with a custom game plan to stack a bunch of advantages in your corner so we can strengthen your negotiating power. But for now, what makes you think that you're an ideal buyer that someone wants to sell to? Let them sell themselves. It makes them feel good and gives them confidence. And again, it's kind of a pre-close. Can you buy a new house without selling first? Or do you have a plan to stay someplace for a few months so we can take our time to negotiate your best deal after we sell your place? Okay, so now let me explain how I get paid. First of all, you don't pay me anything for listing your home. If I don't bring a buyer, you don't pay me a dime. Since there is only one of me, but 17,500 other realtors in our county, chances are someone else will be bringing the buyer. We'll go over marketing options in a bit, but just suffice to say, the only person writing checks to reimburse me for my time that I invest, the signs I purchase, the marketing services, the photography, the open houses, etc., that you choose will be the buyer who reimburses me for those. So you don't need to worry about paying for them. Therefore, you and I can concentrate on building an ideal marketing strategy to produce the very best outcome, instead of trying to do bare bones marketing that attracts lowball offers. Now, I don't know if anyone ever explained to you, but there are two sides to a real estate transaction. So there's me, who is representing you as the seller, and then there's also a buyer's side. So the commission gets split between two, so the half that we have to work with, well, a big majority of that goes to my brokerage, and then out of my portion of it is the part that I pay for open houses and signage, and pay for all the marketing for photography, any video, any drone that we do, any kind of staging that we might have to do. So this is my budget that I get to work with. And so again, I just don't know if anyone ever explained to you how the commissions work or how we get paid, but I just want to make it clear to you how all that works. So I'm just kind of setting that up to explain to a home seller or a client that if they try and start to negotiate on commission, which we haven't brought up yet, that they understand that I only have control over a small portion and all the expenses come out of my part of that. So there just isn't much wiggle room at all. So again, kind of laying the foundations when we get to it, that hopefully we're starting to subdue those questions before we get to the negotiation, that I'm not having to come behind and come to an unrealistic debate before we even get to talk about what commission we're going to charge. All right, so this is pretty similar to buying a car. There's one price for the car, but we also have to plan for license plates, state taxes, liability insurance, mechanic safety inspections, etc. So I'll cover how to negotiate your listing commissions in another video, so we have time to go into that in more details. And I prefer to do a two-part close. Again, this is to differentiate yourself from the eager beavers, the low-value crowd who blurts out a price before they even know the details about the house or the seller. So how much is my home worth? Well, I don't know that yet. That's why I'm here, so that I can investigate any and all means of trying to extract every extra dollar of value out of your home and the ability to justify it when someone wants to negotiate hard. As a matter of fact, to change the subject, why don't you show me around and point out all the features? Do you mind if I take some pictures with my cell phone and snapshots to help me remember if you have a gas furnace or electric stove? We'll take professional pictures later. All these kinds of steps are pre-closing techniques to assume the sale. So now let's jump ahead to the second meeting of getting a contract signed. Let's dig out the tic-tac-toe board and we can look at all the notes that we made when we were asking those questions. The same concept works whether you are listing their home or bringing them on board to your professional search services. Okay, Ellen and Jerry, you said, and let's just start reviewing the notes that we took when we asked them all the questions off of their tic-tac-toe board. You said that you have 2 teenagers, so I found a home that has the bedrooms at the opposite side of the house to give you some peace and quiet. You said that Johnny is an aspiring musician, so I talked to the 3 school superintendents in the area and found out that Jefferson High School has the best music teacher. He played professionally and he toured with the Philharmonic Orchestra, and they have won state finals 3 times out of the last 5 years. And you said that Susie is leaning towards finance. As luck would have it, Mr. Johnson is the business and finance instructor, and he was the CFO of a large company in town. When I chatted with the school counselor, who sets the students' curriculum, he knew exactly what path to lay out for your daughter. Now, you said that your dog Juno needs a place to run, so not only does this house have a private fenced yard, but there's a dog park just 3 blocks away. Ellen, you said that you love to cook, so I found this house that has a gourmet kitchen, upgrade high heat 5-burner stove, and a butler's pantry to hide away all your cooking appliances so you can keep a tidy kitchen. Jerry, you said that you love to garden. Well, this yard is flat, and I went over in the afternoon and saw that it receives a good amount of sunshine throughout the day. Now, I haven't tested the soil or anything, but the garden center says that you can do raised beds with the perfect soil, and there's less weeds that way, and it's a lot easier to get to. You also said that you need room for an extra car for your teenagers. This garage has an extra deep garage stall, so you can park 2 cars, one behind the other. Or just store your boat there, because there's also a side parking spot. You said that you work from home. This house has a 4th bonus bedroom right off of the front door, so you can even have business clients come over. And I checked, there's Cat 7 high-tech cables running to that room. Yes, I found exactly what you asked for, and then some. And we were able to accomplish all of this for under your budget of XYZ dollars. So I've prepared all the documents and pre-filled everything out, so all you need to do is sign at the bottom line and make this dream come true. By the way, the words that you choose are important. Documents are much less scary than saying binding contract. If there's any objections, this tic-tac-toe method makes it very easy to come back and say, now wait a minute, you said that if I found XYZ, you would go through with this. Well, people don't like to go back on their word, at least not Americans. Look, I understand that there are a lot of moving parts in a real estate transaction, but I'm telling you that if you start approaching your business where you are focused on selling solutions and lifestyle dreams, instead of selling upgraded shingles and 2x6 studs and square footage, you will have far more success in your career. Now, your next step to perfecting these new sales skills is to start doing some role playing with your colleagues, with your boss, or family members. Receiving knowledge about new skills means nothing if you don't actually implement it. Point in fact, the library is full of books and audio training systems for people to get skinny and quit smoking. So we all have heard and have available the information and resources to show us how to get healthier. But yet, we still have lots of fat people and smokers. So check your notes and start implementing. While all of my colleagues were giving their formal presentations all about themselves and their company, none of which your buyers care about, I'll give you the link below in the description for the simple form I created that helped me leap over the competition to be #1 in sales. Because it's all about your customer. You see, I can already picture you developing a more profitable business. Go get 'em! We'll see you in the next training. Cheers!